Hello friends, uh, we are discussing this induction motor modeling in ETAB. In previous lecture, we had discussed this portion of the induction motor, that is locker rotor, and in this lecture we will discuss the remaining portion. This is the IM page, that is the IM tab in the induction motor editor. First of all, here is the sequence impedance, that is the this x double dash. It is called the sub-transit reactance. X double dash, that is the sub-transit reactance. The sub-transit reactance is the initial opposition that an induction motor offers to the flow of current immediately after a fault or a sudden voltage drop. It is the opposition after a voltage drop or after a fault occurs. There is a initial opposition. The initial opposition is called the sub-transit reactance. This value is given by the data sheet, but most of times the manufacturer does not give this data sheet, this value. You have to ask them to give me this data sheet, this value. Then there is a zero sequence impedance. It is the opposition that a motor offers to the zero sequence current, that is x0. These are the balanced currents in all three phases that flow in the same direction and are usually associated with the ground faults. Generally, it is x0 is equal to twice of sub-transit reactance. You can see here the sub-transit reactance is 12.096. You can see in also in tab. You can, I will zoom it for you. Not going, it is not zoom in. Here sub-transit reactance is 12.096 and zero sequence impedance is 25.692. That is twice of the sub-transit reactance. Then there is x2, that is the sub negative sequence impedance. It's the reactance that an induction motor presents to the negative sequence currents. These are the unbalanced three-phase currents rotating in the opposite direction to the normal currents. That is normal positive currents. It is equal to the almost zero sequence. Some it is generally equal to the sub-transit reactance. But here I do not know why it has taken it. It is generally here. You can see it is equal to the sub-transit reactance. Okay. Then there is a LR percentage, that is this LR percentage, that is the local rotor torque as a percentage of a full load torque. You can see in the A tab. I will show you. The LRA is 360%. It is given in the data sheet. I will put the data sheet. I will show you. We are modeling this one. The local rotor torque is 306%. You can see here. I can zoom it. The local rotor torque. The local total torque is 360%, and we have entered the 360%, and it has calculated the in 18 in Newton meter. You can see the local total torque is 316%. That is, we can calculate it like this: 142.5 plus into 1 minute into 360%, that is 3.60 equals 513, that is 513. Okay. Similarly, max, that is the maximum torque, that is the torque is breakdown torque, that you can say breakdown torque. It is 370%. We have entered same 370%, and it has calculated like this. 1 minute, I can clear it. 142 is the rated torque, and the maximum torque is 370% of the rated torque, that is 3.70. It became as 527.3. Okay. And rated torque is 142. It is also given in the data sheet. You can see the rated torque. Where is the rated torque? Rated torque is 143. Here it is taken 142.5. It is a little bit variation. Then there is the standard NF, that is the standard motor factor. Standard motor factor, I can say you, standard motor factor is the multiplier that indicates how much of overload a motor can handle without overheating or damage under standard conditions defined by the manufacturer. It is also called a service factor or a motor factor. It allows temporary overloading of motor above the rated power. It provides margin of safety. That means the motor factor, that is MF, defines the overload capacity of the motor. If standard motor factor is 1, that means motor can run at 100% of rated load only, that is it has no overload capacity. If uh, MF is equal to 1.15, that means motor has a 15% of overload capacity. The motor can run without damage, without overheating, up to 115% of the rated load. And it is given generally given in the data sheet. I will show you. Service factor is 1, that means this motor does not have a overload capacity. Okay, in the next lecture we will go to the model. We will model this we will discuss this model type in the next lecture. Thank you.